You're being trained every day that you wake up on how to live the life that you say you want to live, and how to live the life that God has purpose for you to live. Every day, you're being trained. Every day,
That's true.
If you wake up, you are being trained on how to handle that day. If you wake up, you're being trained how to handle the people around you for that day. If you're being trained, you're being trained. If you wake up, you're being trained on how to handle the next level for that day to take you to the next level for the next day. Mm-hmm. So you gotta assess, just like you gotta assess all that. You know, what are you learning during your training day, during your training period? Because that's going to determine the level of success that you get in anything.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop motivated apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Hey, yo, what up, world? What it do? And welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success Podcast, where we share principles on how to live life by design and not by default. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Mike Mariner, a.k.a. the Shift Motivator. Glad to be joined with you guys on tonight. Thanks for tuning in for another crazy episode, man. Got another live one for you on tonight. Just glad to be in the number, as they would say. But y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know who this guy is, man. My co-host, my brother from another mother. Yeah. My left, your right, Mr. Dumbo himself. Yeah, y'all man. Give it up for Alxndr Hall.
Yo, what's going on? How y'all doing? It's cracking, man. It's good. Drum roll. The champ is in the building. What's going on, man?
The champ is here.
Hump Day Wednesday.
Hump Day. Mike.
You crazy. You crazy, man.
Hey, Mike.
Go crazy.
Guess what day it is?
It's Wednesday. Dumbo is out right now, produced by Diamond and Certificate.
Yeah.
View it on YouTube, man. My channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Give it a thumbs up. Alxndr North Cape. We are on
the way.
For sure.
Go view it.
Right now.
Now.
It's slide.
Not now.
Yeah, man.
It's slide.
But right now.
You'll have it on repeat, I promise you.
That's what's up, man. Y'all know who this crazy fella is on my right side, right
Big
here.
bag, man.
Big bag, Big Dub. My brother from the same mother. But y'all give it up for Big Bag. Big Dub. Hold the way.
Hey, listen.
From Polk County, Florida.
Let me tell you something, my brothers. Man, God good.
For Boy Wonda.
What's happening, my people? Man, God's good, dog.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
Bruh, had a dope. Shout out to Tim Vester, man.
Oh, yeah. The I forgot. I know it was something we was chopping it up before we hit the record. But,
bro.
Like, I know there's something else we supposed to be talking about. I was supposed to ask him.
Bro.
Yo.
That joint was litty.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Yeah. What you perform?
Oh man, I did.
You did like a mix?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Definitely. I did Chicago Anthem.
Okay, I know that
Take
one.
Off.
I know that. Yeah,
I did. I Just Came As Me.
I knew you did that.
Yeah, bro, My Pain.
I knew
Bro, it was a worship band that came out there. Man, they were my whole cheering section. They were just all over there. They would get with me all the way through my set. I was like, I see y'all over there. I also did Shut It Down. I did, of course, LED. I did.
Like a 10-minute, 15-minute set?
I had like 20 to 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like a little mini concert.
Yeah, man. I just kept hitting them from back to back. Had a nice mix.
Yeah.
Man, it was dope, bro. And it's amazing. Like, just with the kids out there, bro. They hungry and they looking for something.
Yeah.
They yearning.
Mm-hmm.
And you got those that want it, but they wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just dope, man. Just the whole atmosphere. The people were nice.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, the whole staff, everybody was just like, it was just really heartwarming and welcoming. We went outside. They climbed the walls. They had the little boxing with the big gloves.
Yeah, I bet that was funny.
And then, do you remember that little stick, like how the gladiator show?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that, but it was just like one Q-tip, like kind of like glove light, and so you hold the end.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Man, that joke was so funny. Soon as they said go, pow! Dude just rolled like a tumbleweed. That joke was so funny. I won't tell you who, you know what I'm saying? Viewer discretion is advised.
You got enough.
Hey, man, you all right? Hey, man, you ain't had to hit him that hard. He wasn't ready. Look at him. He ain't gonna.
Oh man, that's funny.
No, I had got some footage that I'm gonna send Tim to it. Just got like different kids having fun. It was really dope, man. Some of the guys from Alxndr High School came out.
Yeah, I saw the picture you
so,
sent me, yeah.
Bro, they love you, bro.
So
they,
yeah, they're my guys, man.
Man, they talk highly about you all day, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's
yeah,
like, preach.
They're my guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my guys, man.
And so it was really cool, man. And then it's just a dope event, bro. Mm-hmm. And he's doing something also in October, so.
Yeah, Feel the Faith, he told me.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
he
gonna see what he can do.
Yeah,
to get the whole camp down. I said, boy.
I said, that's gonna be stupid.
I had already been talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I had told him, I say, bro, got a squad, bro. I said, bro, got a squad. If you can do it, a lot of them boys in. Bro. I said, boy, they gonna come in and shut it down. I'm telling you, bro.
We gonna do it, man.
They gonna, man, especially they gonna, and then, oh man, the hill sound, cause they ain't gonna hear, never heard nothing like Rick Reed.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, they gonna, man.
316 out right now. Go get it.
Man. Oh yeah, yes. I forgot to tell you, man. I went to the 2 days at the youth pastor conference, man. Just meeting some of them people, man. That was kind of dope. So you just never know, like, what other doors that could open up for y'all too on the other end of the spectrum, because FCA worldwide.
Yeah.
So and that man, that can. And tell them where that can go.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I've already been looking at shout out to Sharifa, man. She's one of like my administrators on the squad, and she gave me some dope information that can, you got different stuff that you can go out and research for, like tour grants and try to get funding for, if you got a project going on. So I'm looking into that right now, and I'll start filling out the application for that. But it's bro, if I could find like enough of that, and then get qualified and get accepted for that, that'd be really good, because we already got the relationships. We can just go to different states, you know what I'm saying, the cities, and just kill it, do our tours like we've been doing. And so, but I know guys like really preparing me for the shift for next year. And I already got an idea how he wants that mapped out, just within that short period of time. Because there's going to be a lot of time once that situation happen. So I definitely want to be keen and sensitive to that, and so I just don't be out here just because I got time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No, everything gonna have a purpose. Yeah. And just like I said before, I feel like that. A lot of stuff that we go through and been through, still going through, is to not only sharpen us, but it's also to discipline us. Have that disciplinary type of action with certain things that we do, because to whom much is given, much is required. So that's just where I'm at right now, man, and I'm just enjoying the process, and I'm excited every day that a day gets count down, that I'm closer to where I'm supposed to be going and heading in the right direction.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. It's about fulfilling that mandate, that call, man. A lot of times, it shifts and it changes, and you got to be willing to change with it. And that's what happened. Like when shift happens, you know what I'm saying, when you shift with it, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times we get called in what I call in the midst of the shift. Things begin to change. You kind of get stuck in neutral.
Exactly.
You
got to go with it.
Yeah, you got to move with it. Just like when you're on that motorbike. When that joker, if you, I don't ride bikes, but I know people that do. And they tell you when they get ready to hit that curve and they get ready to get in that lean. When I lean, you better lean with me. If not, it's gonna be a nasty sight.
You gonna go one way, that bike gonna go the other.
But it's but that's crazy though. That's kind of like some revelation behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I never knew it. And what made it was when Del Toro was doing his conferences, and he started bringing his bike, because he's a bike rider.
Yeah.
And so that's when I first learned it was from him. And he was saying, like, he said, if you got a person on the back, when you lean, they got to lean with you. You know what I'm saying? So the way you go, they got to go. If not, it's not gonna be a pretty scene. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like it behooves, even in the midst of fear, uncertainty, doubt, disbelief, any of all of that, it behooves that when the window opens and the opportunity comes, to move with it, even if you don't understand or fully understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you move, I move, just like that.
Brah.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, man, I never knew that, because I don't ride bikes. No. But yeah, he said, yeah, if you're riding somebody on the bike, when you lean, they gotta lean with you. Where you go, they gotta go.
Bruh.
But you gotta realize it makes sense.
They do.
Because if I'm leaning to the right and you leaning to the left, that's a gravitational pull in two opposite directions.
And that is
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why it's important to be with people that's going in this, and it ain't got to be doing the exact same thing that you're doing, but are you around people that challenge your thinking? You know what I'm saying? What they say, if you're the smartest person at the table, you're at the wrong table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I had to learn that over the years, and even searching for tables. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always talking about, well, you ain't, if nobody sits you at the table, create your own. I'm on that too. And at the end of the day, when just thinking about it right now, if I'm creating my own table, then I still have to invite people to the table that's smarter than me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's still connecting, building relationships, still putting myself in situations and doors they may seem uncomfortable. Cause man, I'm gonna tell you, boy, officiating my first wedding this past weekend, ooh, boy, you talking about some uncomfortable? Let me tell you,
I can imagine.
But I can hide it kind of good though. But
that poker face.
But yeah, I guess that's when the noting comes out. You just, because I mean, once I get into a certain space, I'm a charismatic person.
Yeah.
But I'm a charismatic introvert, if that's a new word.
It's gonna be one today.
It's gonna be one today. You're gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn. Hey, you're gonna learn today.
Yeah. So that and I guess that's what kind of keeps me going, man. Is knowing change is always gonna happen, and learning how to embrace it even in the midst of fear. And so it's almost like a gravitational pull even in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you're supposed to be, it's like you don't know till you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you don't know till you know. It's like you feel a pull in a certain direction, but it's like it's uncertain. It's like unknown. Like, man, I was on a Zoom call today, and I sent the email to your tax lady. So
Okay.
because when I call, nobody's picking up.
Okay.
So I was on a Zoom. It so happened I got an email. It's an organization that I follow, and I get on they Zooms here and there, and it's all about nonprofit stuff. So I'm looking at I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be easy. I can just go ahead and fill it out myself, and I can. But I'm like, it's a little kind of intricate.
It's certain parts on the grant stuff I'm looking at. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna have to call you later.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I had to catch myself because fear gripped me. Fear gripped me. It's like, man, do I even want to do this? Because I got to, because it's like, man, I'm like, it's like really, really detailed. So, and
really, really tedious.
it is. It's tedious. I'm thinking I could just, because we didn't do anything. We just set everything up. And still trying to put all the pieces together as far as certain things, because it's like everything is always falling back on me. So I'm trying to alleviate some of that, and so it's like, man, fear just like came and got me. Like, man, like you ain't even got to do this. Like he's like, no, I don't got to do this. So I was like, do I even? So now I'm having a conversation with myself. Do I want to do this? I'm like, but I was like, what? No, this is for a great cause. Stuff that I do. I just got to make sure. I just keep looking for the right people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still looking for the right people to join the team. You know what I'm saying? So to help out with some of this stuff and to help with the vision. And so I just got to move meticulously. And I said all that to say this is just like, once again. Even in the midst of fear, when fear tries to grip you, you got to look at the why. You got to look at the greater cause and for why you're doing what you're doing. So, and that's what I had to do. I was like, I'm saying, I can do things on a greater scale in this direction, and God hadn't told me not to do it. So at the end of the day, it's like I just can't allow fear to grip me, and just do what I need to do in certain spaces and learning certain things. You know what I'm saying?
I think what helps us also to not allow fear to grip us is when I come across something that I'm like, I feel like that's God's way of saying you need to know about this because of where I'm taking you. Whether it's scary, no matter how it look, how I make you feel. Like even with this situation that we got for next year, bruh, it's some stuff that I like, okay, I ain't know about that. So now I got more intent to research, to find and figure out what is this, because it's a reason. So especially with nonprofit, bruh, that is beast mode.
I see.
It is beast mode. The specifics, the details, the from the budgeting to the people you need to have on your board, to like it's a lot of intricate things that you have to know and not be afraid to research, because I feel like everything that come across me, God needs me to know about that, because I can already peep game. I was like, okay, God, this is definitely, and everything that I'm helping out elsewhere is helping my company out.
Right.
So it's just like, okay, I like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like even certain stuff I'm learning like by different bylaws because of the type of structure we're setting up. So it's just like, okay. So it made me think, okay, do I have bylaws for the field that I'm in? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that specifically pertain to me? So it's just different stuff that you come across that is vital. Just if you really aware of your surroundings, you just pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? It'll aid you further down the road, because it's for that. Preparation. Everything I've been through up to this point has been preparation, because I ain't never want to run a label. But I was willing to say, if it's just gonna be me until the time he tell me to drop the mic, I was cool with it, because I know, for one, I don't want to. I take serious at bringing people onto something that I'm responsible for their livelihood. So it's just like, that's the scary thing in itself. But I was like, you know what? If you got people that can rock with you, they can be patient and learn with you and grow together, that was my perfect situation. And so it's just feeding into what are you coming across that allows you to foresee and think of something that's you feel like is gonna be like man, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I can. But it's like, no, move forward with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dive in it, full throttle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just dive in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I understand fear and the unknown. I get it.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing. But it's more scary when you're not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's way more scary when you don't.
Because it's like, dang.
Oh, look,
I woke up,
sleeping
I hit the
bag.
subject button. I hit the subject button. Come, my brother.
Man,
Come. Let's
Come to the table.
man, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what be going on.
I was just
It's the
chill.
inside joke, y'all. It's the inside joke.
I was just chill.
Look, no.
I want to hear what you got to say, brother. Because it looked like he got quite a bit over there.
Coming from the house.
So, you know, I always come from the house,
Straight
right?
like that.
But no, I'm saying, look, so y'all crazy. But no, I'm saying, Mike, I was listening to what you were saying about the fear gripping, right?
Mm-hmm.
You was doing your thing, and then you was looking at some new stuff, and it's new. So anything new is a challenge.
Right.
Let's just, because we can say, because I know I be saying certain stuff, but let me just say that. Like, anything new is a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that you're not used to seeing or partaking in, if it's a relationship, if it's a female you never had before, it's new.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge it's a challenge when you start messing with them wild women and you get with one who's tamed. It's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge when you're dealing with a guy who's different. You're not getting messed over no more. Now you got a guy with some sense. It's a challenge to you now because you're used to toxic stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge for you. So when you're reading that stuff and it's a challenge for you, oh, snap. Sometimes, bro, and this sometimes it's not fear gripping us, it's us grabbing on the fear.
Mm-hmm.
It's, sometimes it's us reverting to something.
Mm-hmm.
Natural inclination. We just go revert to something because we're used to being so scared of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we give fear too much credit. You can move ahead, you can grab. Sometimes we be grabbing on the fear and don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I would listen to what and you know what, dog? Sometimes it's okay to let go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to let go. You don't know how it's gonna turn out. Just let it go. I'm in that space right now to where just it's okay to go against how you've been moving for the past 10 years. It's okay to be like, you know what, God, I don't know how this is gonna turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to let this go because it's not helping me move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost necessary because it's just like the butterfly that was meant to be a butterfly the whole time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can't stay a caterpillar.
I know.
I transfer it to you now. You got me first. You good, dog?
Okay. You all right?
Coffee. Yeah, they grab that water bottle.
And this is brought to you by Racetrack. Racetrack got me choking over here.
but no, it almost goes back to the fact of the butterfly, man. Because if the butterfly stayed the caterpillar the whole time, it'll never become the butterfly. So at some point, and I didn't know this till when Pastor preached a sermon on it before. I didn't know the caterpillar it loses its head. So it's like So it goes through this metamorphosis stage. So the whole time it's eating is preparing for a place where it can no longer eat. So what it ate during the whole process that it was crawling on the ground, it was feeding it and giving it nutrients, but at the same time, it was giving it the substance that it needed because it was to go to a place of isolation.
Yep.
So in this place of isolation, I can't eat what I was eating before I got into the place of isolation. So therefore, what I was eating before I got to the place of isolation has to sustain me in the isolation place.
That part.
So that's why it's important why along your process and your journey that you're partaking of the right things, because you never know when you're going to have to rely on that right thing to get you through a tough season in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those moments where you want to quit, those moments where you feel like you're going in the wrong direction, those moments where you feel like you deserve better, but you're in a certain place. You know, it's in those moments that you just want to like give everything up. Like, man, it just ain't worth it. But it's those moments and glimpses of the small wins that you can go back to that should sustain you in those times of isolation. Because guess what? When that time of isolation comes and a caterpillar got to go into the cocoon, guess what? It's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out. So you're going to come out, but you just got to believe that you're going to come out and understand that it's all part. You feeling the way you feel, it's all part of the process.
Yep.
You not understanding, it's all part of the process. You moving in the midst of fear, it's all part of the process. You not moving in the midst of fear, it's all a part of the process. And if you can take that as a notch in your journey and use it as a stepping stone to move forward, then guess what? Then that trip up that became a trip up in your journey becomes not only your stepping stone, but it becomes a stepping stone to somebody else, because now you can go and encourage somebody else when they feel like they're in their quit season. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we have a cycle, we have a food chain, so to speak. Yep. You know what I'm saying? In a different realm. Mm-hmm. You know? So it's like the circle of life, so to speak, in a different realm. So success is just recycled, dog.
That's it.
It's just recycled. You know what I'm saying? We recycle each other's story. We recycle each other's pain points. We recycle each other's wins. And that is the motivation and the fuel that sometimes we need to move on to the next spot, even though when we don't know what that is and what that look like. So sometimes it is just letting go. Yep. Like I'm actually kind of somewhat semi in that little situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just. And I know we had talked about this before, but it's like, Pastor, man, we had a good Bible study last night, man. And he been on this prophetic mode real strong lately. And he just set some stuff off last night, and I don't know who else he was talking to, but I sure felt like he was talking to me. And it was like you just kind of like on the fence, like a teeter-tottering on some stuff, like you know, whether you should or you shouldn't, you know, and you know, so it's like, you know, and it's like I just, you know, I went on ahead and had to make a decision on today on something, and it's like, you know what, God, I'm just gonna go with the flow, man. I'm just gonna let it go and let the chips fall where they're gonna fall. If it ain't for me, I'll pull back. But other than that, I'm gonna go through this door, hoping that it's leading to another door, and just see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's life, man.
It is, and I think, man, if we really look at it from this perspective, right, everything that we go through in the process that we face, as much as we don't like it, we're being trained. Yeah. We're being conditioned. Mm-hmm. And just like how and it's funny because I had a situation that like this past week that God came through on the clutch. And it was right after the moment I said, you know what, God, I'm going to do it your way and I'm going to trust you. And have it turn out, that's how it's going to turn out. I'm cool with whatever. I know what you can do. I know what you're willing to do. But that's still based off of me and my faith. Yeah. And that's how it's gonna unlock what's gonna happen. And bro, and like not even a couple days after, bro, came through in the clutch. And I was like, aha. You know, it's like, okay, now I get it. I understand it. Like, this is what you want from me. This is what you desire from me, to speak these things out into the atmosphere, because we've been so conditioned to stay silent and focus on the frustration and the anger and the resentment. And one thing I love about us at this table is that I know we're going to get to where we're going because of how resilient we are. We're not willing to, like, bruh, it is crazy because it's just like, I even had thoughts of like, man, yo, that like, I ain't, like, we supposed to be in past this. Right. Like, and I'm doing everything, like recorrecting. I don't acknowledge the decisions I made was what led me here. Whether I whether I agree with it or not, I'm here because of my decisions.
Right.
So it's like once you accept and acknowledge that, it's like, okay, God, I'm recorrecting, I'm restructuring, I'm reframing, I'm changing the way that I think, the way that I speak, the words that I need to put out in order to get what I'm trying to manifest. So it's just like, okay, I get it now. I get it. I have to condition my mind to speak the things that I desire aligned with my actions. And that's just another thing. Like, we can't just speak something that we desire to see and have and not willing to put in the work for. You're in training. It's a difference from rehearsal, practice, training. Training is a whole different type of discipline that you got to have. And if you can recognize the discipline that you need in the season where you are, it can unlock a lot of other things and get you to wherever it is you're trying to go.
Bro, training keeps you conditioned. Period. That's what it's for.
Yep.
Like, training keeps you conditioned. At the hospital, a lot of the reps who come in there and who work for Stryker and stuff like that, they're old, retired athletes. They still box, or they still play football or whatever like that, but they don't do it on a pro level because of injury or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And but they look like they still can go get in the game and do their thing because they still train like it. Their body is still conditioned.
You ain't never lied, bro.
You know what I mean? So if you're still doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You still doing what you're doing. You can talk like that all you want to. Like, you can talk like you on something different all you want to.
Yeah.
You can bump your gums all day, but your body is gonna say otherwise. Look, I asked somebody, what is the most dominant language in the U.S., just period, of the human race? What do you think it is? The most dominant language?
The most dominant?
Yeah.
English?
What do you think it is, Mike?
I was gonna say English.
English? No. Both of y'all incorrect.
He's awoke.
Well, tell us, Grasshopper.
we humble ourselves to listen to you.
It's body language, man. Body language. You can speak Spanish, French, Chinese. You speak whatever you want to speak. Whatever you start doing, you saying a whole bunch of everything. Period. And whatever you start doing, what your body start doing, it lets me know how you've been training. It lets me know how conditioned you are.
Right.
Just we being real, right? Like, whatever you start to do, it lets me know how you've been training.
Facts.
And it lets people see how conditioned you really are. When you get in the game, you start dropping passes, that let me know something. When adversity comes, you start running off, that let me know something. You start hiding stuff, that let me know something. Do you see what I'm saying? So how you train is highly important, bro.
Yeah.
It is.
It's highly important. How you train is important.
Yeah. Very, very important, bro. And it's so crazy, bro. All of this. While you was talking, my mind went to rolling, man. And you remember the movie Training Day?
I remember some of it.
Yeah. But you got to look at it like you got a rookie cop that's being trained by a veteran cop. And the veteran cop is actually a corrupt cop. And so you got a corrupt cop trying to train an honest cop. So throughout these series of events, they're bumping heads the whole time because in the end of the situation, the honest cop life is threatened regardless whether he does or doesn't do what the corrupt cop wants him to do.
Follow through.
You know what I'm saying? So knowing the whole time that I can't do this is not right, but yet falling into the trap of the corrupt cop because he's a veteran cop.
Right.
So what am I saying? So how many times do we get trapped in our lives knowing we should or shouldn't be doing stuff, but because we looking at other people around us, and then it allows them what they're doing to dictate what we're doing. Instead of allowing the vision and what you know to do or not to do dictate what you're supposed to be doing.
Big facts.
How many times we get caught up into that? You know what I'm saying?
So many
for
times.
sure.
Too many times.
Yeah, and I'm looking, and even at that, man, I'm looking at like even like right now, like college football, man. It's being like it's I don't want to get on a tangent, but I'm just saying it's just being ruined. I mean, this transfer portal is just out of control.
It is.
It's just out of control. It's just like I can only imagine how these coaches feel, which I understand why Nick Saban retired. I'm like, I go from a regular recruiting to I got to recruit you every year after you done already committed to me.
Exactly.
So now I got to re-recruit you every year because of the transfer portal. That's a lot of pressure.
A lot.
That's a lot of pressure.
But
So you know,
Go ahead, bro.
Going back to the training, bro, which what Alxndr so profoundly stated, but like even on the player end, I mean, at some point, where do we get to a place and you settle in the vision that you have for your life? Because sometimes I don't think we've settled into the vision. We settled into what the vision looks like.
Or what we can get from that vision.
You know what I'm saying?
In a quick, fast, and hurry.
Yeah.
Not realizing the work that you got to put into in order
Yeah.
to see that manifest of that vision.
Yeah.
That's why I was going, because when you said the transfer portal, it's like it's teaching kids. You got them handling money that they ain't never seen in their life that they've been trying to get to before they got to college.
Right.
So now they got access to it. The vision changes. The mindset shifts.
Right.
And like you said, it's going to come through the conditioning of the training.
Right.
You going to see it.
Right.
But you see a lot of players jump into the portal because they don't like how a situation turning out the way they think it should turn out. Versus actually, I'm going over here because they got this type conditioning type of training that I feel like I need. That'll be an asset for me. So this is why I'm going over here.
Right.
No. Not only are they not just following the money, but they're following their feelings and how they want to do things and how they don't want to listen to the coach because the coach is being too mean or too rough or too like, nah, man, I'm tired of coach. No.
Yeah.
Deion said it best. It's like, hey, you'll get to play. Just show me that you want to play. It's like we always, it's like this transfer portal gave a certain type of entitlement.
Right.
That they feel they deserve, but they ain't even
Right.
put in a full year and they already jumping somewhere else.
Yeah. And it's the whole system itself, because the whole system engaged in that to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, like, okay, when you said chasing the bag, because that's what a lot. Most of them ain't chasing a better circumstance. A lot of them ain't chasing it. They chasing because there's a lot of money being thrown out right now.
Exactly.
So
and they're trying to get it for the
you know what I'm saying? And, but what do you? But here's one thing. I wonder if they think, what are you losing in the process?
Bruh.
What are you losing in the process? You may have gained $200,000 on the front end, but you might have lost $2 million on the back end. Because that situation that you escaped to didn't actually put you in a better situation overall, just momentarily. And the only reason, because I had a conversation with a young man, prominent college football player, one of our kids, and had the opportunity, and not to say this opportunity it could still be there, but he stayed where he's at the point right now because he valued relationships more than the money. Because at the particular time when they was trying to get him, they didn't. He was like, and I was like, man, I said he's a heart guy. He's a relationship guy. You know what I'm saying? And so when he asked, like, can I, what you think, man? What you think about this right here? So my first question was, what you think? And everything that I thought, he said. I said, okay, well, that's all I need. You already answered your own question. I said, because I know you. You ain't a money chaser. You're a purpose chaser. You're a relationship chaser. Because relationships will get you indoors that money can't. So you're around here, oh man, they're going to throw $200,000 at you, but then you get put in a bad situation over there the way you're not shining. They told you was going to shine, but yeah, you may be shining a little bit. You weren't shining like you was going to be shining over here. Yeah, you got an extra 200 bands in your pocket, but what did that do to your draft stock? What did that do to your personality? What did it do to your character? What did it do to people in relationship that could have put you indoors that you could have put in, but you got 200 bands. Yeah, them 200 bands, it cost you $2 million now.
Exactly.
Because you didn't want to go through the training that the other situation was going to bring out of you.
And if you ain't got financial literacy, that's going to be going out the window within that same semester.
Bro, oh man, y'all done got me, y'all done woke me up, man. Bro, I mean, I say what I'm fit about to say humbly. I look at myself, the skill set that I developed, and the things that I know how to do, and certain things that I'm still learning, but just the work ethic, the character, the experience that you get, bro, that come through some training out of hell type stuff, situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about being put through the gauntlet.
What, through the ringer?
You know, it's like, so you know what I'm saying? It's like I tell the kids all the time. I say, man, what are people getting? And not just the kids, but everybody, man. What are people getting when they get you? You know what I'm saying? You didn't allow yourself to be trained enough. You're looking at the Instagram and looking at how everybody else living their life, and you on TikTok and looking at how everybody living their life, which could be a facade. But at the end of the day, what are people getting when they get you? You so worried about other people that you are not allowing the training to take place in your life to manifest what you need to manifest. That's why you ain't got what you're supposed to get. That's why you're not where you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
If we put it, you know what I'm saying? Not 100%, but let's look at it, man. I've been in way too many situations where the service has been subpar, but you want full payment. How? That just pisses me off. You give me a subpar service, but you want a full payment. How? No, bro.
Don't worry like that.
When they got the car wash yesterday, right? I told Isha, I said, you know what? I say, I'm gonna go ahead and invest in a good, strong car vac. And I'm just going to start back washing cars myself. Because I was like, you know, I could have, I say, if I call them people, they probably already got stuff already booked. I just want to go ahead, because I hadn't had a car washed in a while. And I just wanted, so I just, you know, took it to the car wash down. So I'm sitting there, I done already been there an hour. And they, you know, they do okay work. It's just something to just get it done or whatever. Right. And everybody know who it is, so I'm not going to put the business out there. But, bro, I already been sitting there an hour. I know the cars that came in after me. How I ended up being the last car getting finished? Bro, how I ended up being the last car? I'm like, hold up. I done been here an hour, and I done seen 3 trucks. All them trucks was behind me. How they ended up in front of me? So I go to, I say, excuse me. I say, help me understand how I've been here before. All them cars sitting out there, lined out there, but I'm the last one coming through the machine right now. And all I got was a bunch of excuses, bro.
Because
I wanted to lose. Y'all know me. I hate excuses.
Zero tolerance.
I wanted to lose it.
Yeah.
But I was like,
It don't even make sense. It don't even add
make it make sense. The math ain't mathing
at all.
Well, and then you know this, and then no, you need to tell your people to tighten up. At the end of the day,
yeah,
you got a customer that's been sitting here for an hour, and every car that came behind him got finished before him, and all you got is a bunch of excuses. Okay, God, you training me with you trying my patience right now. Because normally I'd have been unsaid so.
The B2S Podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to stop your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Squeak would have came by.
Squeak would have came out.
Be like, Bernie, hey, come on. Yeah, come out.
But what you was gonna say, bro?
I'm finna say because most of the times when people drop the bag and they're not willing or ready to take accountability, they make excuses. That's why.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is. They make excuses.
Yeah.
Like when people are not ready to tighten up on their service,
King of deflection.
they make excuses.
They sure do.
Because they're used to their business being ran that way. So when somebody shows up who knows about better business and they be like, hey, you slacking on your business, you wouldn't give excuses.
Don't even know how to accept it.
That's why.
Don't know how to receive it.
Because they're not ready to tighten up on their workers. That's it.
Yeah, bro. I was like, oh my God. I said, you know what? It's another part of growth, man.
It is. It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, man. It's one of the most frustrating things is to be quiet when you know you got the right to pop off.
Oh God. Whoa. Flashback. I gotta come back.
Don't go there.
I gotta come back. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Bruh. What I tell you.
Bro.
And the Lord has deepened my patience.
Oh, bro. It goes back to the butterfly, man. It's like, what are you being prepared for? What are you being trained for? You know, and we focus so much on the end result so much that we just, like the old saying, the joy is in the journey. You know, it's not the destination. So we get so caught up in the end result and the destination. But what are you learning in the process? Are you learning more about yourself? Are you learning more about the situation? Are you learning more about the environment that you're in? What are you learning? And that's my whole focus, man. I sat and I listened to, they had media day, right? We had media day getting ready because spring training is getting ready. Spring football is getting ready to come up, right? So what's that? That's training. That's training. You know what I'm saying? Training, getting prepared for the upcoming season, which is during their 4-5 months away.
Yep.
But you got this about month and a half or so of spring training, and you got a scrimmage game that you play in the midst. You got what you call a spring game that you play at the end. You'll play another school, but the scrimmage you playing each other. You know, which we gonna have the blue and gold game. So at the end of the day, they're gonna be playing each other, but they're training for the upcoming season, right? Yeah. So I watched so Coach Thomas sent me today the clip for the media day, right? And I'm going somewhere with it, because when I say you're like what are you learning in the process? How are you processing everything? Like every trial and tribulation that comes into my space, I'm trying to learn something from it. Even if I missed the mark the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to circle back around. Okay, let me regroup. Let me spin the block. Okay, God, I missed that one. So let me get this do-over. So, and I'm listening to the questions that's being asked to the kids, and I'm listening to the response that the kids are giving, and I'm like, guess what I'm doing? I'm taking notes. So when I go back and address the team, guess what I'm gonna do? It's training day.
Yep.
It's training day, because just like I tell them, same questions gonna be asked. But you're thinking you're responding in a way that's profitable for you. But in the end, it's not. Because you hadn't done or said anything that hasn't been done or said.
Exactly.
So once again, how are you going to differentiate yourself, not only from the process and how you handle the process, but even the end result? So I'm gonna bend the cornerback, and I'm gonna go back and ask them same questions, and I'm gonna be like, well, here go 2 other videos that just said the same thing what you just said. Training. Training, bro. I did that with since I've been there, and every year has been a progression.
Yeah.
So I didn't do that when I first started. God just started dropping different ideas for me to do with some of the kids. God he actually started revealing to me with some of the kids. That some of the kids, I knew they was gonna go to certain places. You know what I'm saying? Didn't say anything because I'm like, I ain't want to be wrong,
Right.
because I'm still sharpening my gift. But at the end of the day, from a ministry standpoint, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm throwing stuff at them because we're preparing you. I cannot prepare you for the next level and not throw next level stuff in your lap. I will elude the training process if I do that. So if God is allowing you to go through pure hell right now, then the question that you need to be asking yourself right now, God, what are you trying to get out of me right now?
And what do I need to do different?
Sometimes, bro, even with that, sometimes it's not doing something different. It's doing more of what you're supposed to be doing. Because it's easy to say, I'm not doing. But what happened if you are, but just not enough?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like holding back versus giving more than what's required.
That's just like, okay, prime example, right? If, okay, in the insurance business, we had this thing, and it probably still exists, 10-3-1 rule. You set 10 appointments, you're going to see 3 because you're going to have cancellations. And then out of those 3, you should sell 1. That was the rule of thumb. Now, the rule of thumb is you don't know how many phone calls you got to make to set those 10 appointments. You could be
That ratio gonna be crazy.
It can be crazy. It depends on, number one, it depends on your skill set. It depends on how good you are with sales over the phone, number one. Number 2, it depends upon how many, what we call dials. We call it dollar for dollars.
Yeah.
How many dials you make. You don't know who's going to pick up the phone. You don't know who's going to pick up the phone and hang up on you. So you got this formula that is semi-symmetrical, because at the end of the day, it's not reaching where it's supposed to go because the needle is always moving. But what you do is you try to pick an average out of that movement.
Yeah.
So I can make 100 phone calls. But if I make 100 phone calls and I don't set 10 appointments, guess what? That formula doesn't exist. Because in order for me to get 10 appointments, I might have to make 200 phone calls. I might have to make 300 phone calls. Now, you got to look at, number one, is that realistic? How long is it going to take you to do that? Because the formula says 10-3-1. If I set 10 appointments, I should sit down with 3 people, and out of those 3 people,
One should buy.
one sale should at least come out of that. That's the ratio given, right? But even in the ratio given, it's still not guaranteed. But during that whole process, what have you learned in that process? Because if you never learned anything in that process, the formula that was giving you the success from that is going to elude you, because you never you never engulfed yourself in the whole process and really what the process was for. Because in order for me to be successful in that process, I have to know how to make the adjustment. But if I never pay attention to how I move in the process, I never make the adjustment.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if I don't know that it takes me $25 before somebody even pick up, because I actually started doing it. It was one Saturday, man. We were so frustrated. Like, I don't know how many phone calls I made that one Saturday. I'm like, nobody picked up the phone. Not one person picked up the phone. So you're looking at your schedule book. Boy, it looking kind of crazy because you're working on commission. But you done sat there and made phone calls for 3 hours and not one person picked up the phone. So what did I have to assess out of that situation? One of the things I had to assess is the validity of the people that I was calling. I want y'all to listen to that. That's powerful.
That is.
One thing I had to assess was the validity of the people that I was calling. Did they warrant for my services? And so it was during one of those sessions that me and a couple guys realized these people have been circulated.
Yeah, see, bro,
Bro,
Oh, do your thing.
these people have been circulated.
Yeah.
They've been called by every agent in that freaking office every week.
So they like, man, leave me alone.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like,
Yeah.
you mean to tell me you got me doing all this here? Y'all done already done.
They done already been ran through.
I ain't got no quality.
You know what I'm saying? If I didn't assess that, number one, number 2, 3, 4, and 5 don't even matter.
Nope.
Yeah.
You'd have been going in circles, man.
You been going on training day, bro. You're being trained every day that you wake up on how to live the life that you say you want to live, and how to live the life that God has purpose for you to live. Every day, you're being trained. Every day, if
God, that's true.
if you wake up, you are being trained on how to handle that day. If you wake up, you're being trained how to handle the people around you for that day. If you're being trained, you're being trained. If you wake up, you're being trained on how to handle the next level for that day to take you to the next level for the next day. So you gotta assess, just like you gotta assess all that. You know what are you learning during your training day, during your training period? Because that's going to determine the level of success that you get in anything. If you're not properly assessing why you and your spouse can't get along, or why you and your spouse don't like being each other, bro, I know my wife's patterns. She don't like being bothered on Sundays. I go mess with her. That's rest day, nap day. But still, like, okay, like coming, and I'll let you go, bro. Coming from our weekend, right? Coming from the weekend. It was about 2-ish, 2 or 3-ish in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So she like, well, we can just go home. I said, nah, we ain't going home. I said we are not going home, so you can go home and get into bed and take a nap. We ain't doing that, not today. And she just laughed, and we talked about it and went on. So when you begin to know certain things,
Exactly.
you begin to be able to move in certain things, even when it requires change. You know what I'm saying? Because when change requires change, everything can happen right in the moment. She didn't fight me. She laughed because she knew what I was talking about. And she just said, okay. And we went to where we said we was going to go the first time before she said, no, we got to go there. We can go home. And I said, no, we ain't going home. You ain't finna go home and go get in bed because that's what you finna do. Let's go get active. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
I had to get all that out. It was circling around in my head. Hump day.
Now you on point with it. You know what I mean? Like you on point, bro.
Oh, this 12 away.
You on point. You know what? I was listening to you talking about the callers and how you calling, and they ain't picking their phone up, but you calling. And they ain't picking their phone up, but you calling, and they ain't picking their phone up, bro. It's like after a while, when you keep calling, and people stop picking their phone up, you stop calling.
That's good.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why am I continually to call people who do not want me to call them? Why am I running after people who don't want my presence there? I'm not finna be running after anyone who don't want me around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because once you start doing that, then you start rotating out of position. And I'm in this heat to where now I just can't do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you
It's
can't.
different now.
People calling, they ain't picking their phone up. Now guess what? They not picking their phone up because they've been trashed over. I get it. I get it. They tired. They've been misused. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But
Sounds familiar, don't it?
it sounds familiar, right? So, but at the same time, what happens when the caller who's calling your phone is a different caller? It's not the same caller. She's not the same caller. This team is a different caller. This organization is different from the last one.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So we gotta be mindful of those type of things too. And dog, do you know why Bro, let me tell you something. And I said this last night with Pastor Julian Jackson. We was having Bible study. I said that fear, pride, and stubbornness, those three things are silent killers, bro. It's like cholesterol in your arteries. You don't know one, son. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're silent killers. The reason why she was like, she started laughing is because she's mature. And she was like, you know what? She took her stubborn hat and threw it in the closet. I'm not being stubborn today. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That stuff, you will hinder yourself. Sometimes it ain't them. Sometimes it's you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're at the point to where you can make something happen different. You're stopping yourself. You're the hindrance. That's I was talking about earlier. You grabbing onto the fear. You putting the car in neutral.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not. What happens when you've been taught by your trauma?
Yeah.
You taught by your trauma. You being taught by your trauma, right? But you haven't learned how to assess and deal with those things.
Right.
So now when you get around people and stuff start happening, you start to bring out what your trauma taught you.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? Your
'Cause it's
trauma
gonna
taught.
show.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm just saying, everybody got some type of scar or something. Everybody has something that's sitting on their shelf. But when are you going to take that thing off the shelf and start dealing with it?
Right.
It's about that time for us to start doing that. And then we wonder why our children...
Oh, jacked up. You call a spade a spade. Our kids are jacked up because we jacked up.
Look, one day, bro, I kid you not, I walked in the crib. I walked in my daddy's house one day, and he was cooking some chicken wings. So, but he wasn't done cooking yet, but he had like 4 of them done. You know what I'm saying?
They about to turn into 3.
About to turn into 3.
Facts.
So I washed my hands real quick, opened the oven, and I took one out, and I went into the living room, and I busted down, and I went on about my way. You know what I'm saying? So one day, Pop came in the crib. We was cooking spaghetti, and we had the meatballs on the side, because we were gonna put it in the pot. Pop went in there, and my man's didn't even wash his hands, bro. But what he did do, he saw the hand sanitizer on the side. He hit the sanitizer. He went and got a plastic fork, and he hit that meatball, and he walked outside. But he saw me get the chicken wing months prior. So I can't get mad at my mans for stealing the meatball off the tray, because he saw me. I taught him how to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So while you're around here living from your trauma and not dealing with yourself, your child is living amongst you.
Yeah.
So when she starts to act like she's been taught from trauma, or he's been taught from trauma, y'all bumping heads because you taught her how to be traumatic without her even going through your experiences. You taught her that.
That's good.
It's like secondhand smoke.
Right.
It's like secondhand smoke. She's living in something she wasn't even. She's the product, or he's the product of something that they wasn't even present when it happened.
Yeah.
You taught him that. You taught him that. I taught Ray how to go steal out the pot. So now let me deal with myself. So when he's around me, and when he see me not doing those habits, he'll see me not doing those habits, and maybe it'll help him not do those habits the next time he go in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But if you don't never grab a hold of that stuff, it's gonna be a cycle, bro. So how are you training yourself? What are you, last night we talking about this. What are you need to feed your face. What are you feeding yourself?
Yep.
You don't have, you can't give what you don't have. If you ask me for $5 and I got $2.50, you ain't getting $5.
Nope.
You can get $2.50, but you can't get $5. You don't have patience in you. Ain't no grace in you.
Right.
Because you don't have the fruits of the spirit growing inside of you. You don't have, you can't give what you don't have.
That's true.
So that those training grounds are important.
Right.
And you have to really see that, because you'll train people how they treat you. And if you continue to allow that to continue to manifest in your life, then you won't be able to tell the difference. And you'll be stuck on trauma bonding. I remember when, like, certain real close brother of mine, and it's like you notice things starts to shift and change. And then it's like, if you keep showing this person that you're desperate, that you feel like you got to have them in your life like that, then it shows you where you are as an individual and then the value that you see within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's mad funny, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's mad funny. I'm talking about people in general. It's mad funny how you can deal with somebody, or I got homeboys, bro. They be dealing with females.
Mm-hmm.
Females be dogging them out. They get with the new chick.
Yep.
He dog her out. She ain't did nothing. Why you doing her like that? Why you doing her like, you know what I'm saying? So like, people, look, stop praying for something. And then once God release it to you, don't treat it like you forgot what you prayed for.
Facts.
Stop. You done prayed for a new job opportunity. You done prayed for a new position. You got the position, and now you late every other day. What are you doing? You got the job increase, but you ain't tithing. What are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing? You been praying for this woman. You got the woman, but you dogging her out. You still texting it. What are you doing? You got the male that you've been, the guy who you ain't never had a guy like this before. Right? You finally get the guy that you know you need, and you treat him how the exes done treated you. That's stupid. Why would you do that? Stop praying for stuff. And then when God released it to you, you forget what you prayed for. Bro, I had to check my homeboy the other day. I had to, bro. He was wilding. My homeboy, bro. I had to check my homeboy the other day, bro, because I saw him on social media. He was tripping. I called him like, bro, you tripping, bro. I said, bro, cut it out, bro. Cut it out, bro. You got a good female, and you making your girl look crazy at her, bro. He started crying.
Wow. Accountability, man. That's what we don't have.
He started crying. Stop treating people how the past treated you. Stop. Show respect to the new opportunity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of training are you doing?
Right. You ain't learned nothing.
You ain't learned nothing.
Ain't learned nothing. Just went to class and put your head on the desk.
You ain't learned nothing. Like, why are you continuing the cycle? Why are you continuing the pattern that's caused you so much pain? Stop. I said, bro, stop, bro.
Right.
And I was a little nervous too.
Right.
You know how you gonna receive
it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know I received it.
Yeah.
And he the big homie, but I saw him doing something. And everybody think it's funny, so I called him like on his cell phone personally, like, bro, what's going on with that, bro? I said, bro, you need to chill out, bro. You make your girl look crazy, bro. He said, man, I had to take it down, man. She didn't see her, bro. I said, bro, you tripping, bro. I said, chill out. I said, you got a good girl, bro. You got a good girl. She love you, bro. Blah, 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 blah. He started crying on the phone, bro. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I don't know. And I asked him, can I share? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, you can share.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know what's wrong with me, man. She a good girl, man. She ain't never liked that before, man. I don't know what's going on. But he started crying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, people, when you praying for something and you get it, stop acting like you ain't prayed for it. Stop slapping God in his face, man. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's prime example of what I talked about earlier, man. About you lost focus of the vision. You watching everything around you, and you responding how everything around you are responding instead of you responding to the vision, which is a good relationship.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because culture, let's say it, man, it's a lot of toxic stuff happening, bro. I watched a video today. The dude, bro, I was like, man, what are you doing, bro? You know, he you know, and here's the crazy thing, like it's just something, and we look at it as small,
Right.
And the word lets us know it's the small foxes that spoil the vine. And so, you know, he's having his time with his daughter, and stuff like that. So they got the selfie thing going on.
Yeah.
Right.
They laughing and kick in, but ain't no sound. They got the how they do the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So they kick in laughing and stuff, and then girl flops up the middle finger. She look like she about 15, 16 years old, dog. With the daddy right there. And he like, I'm like, bro, what we doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like, come on, you training
You co-signing her to be disrespectful.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what's going on in the culture.
Yeah.
Too much.
We're co-signing a bunch of dysfunction.
You're training dysfunction.
You're training dysfunction, and then when dysfunction shows up, you don't need, number one, you don't know how to deal with it.
You're not correcting your dysfunction, so you're training dysfunction.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And then we try to look at, well, why we the society, why the school system is the way it is, why we're losing great teachers because of the dysfunction of the parents not parenting, and it's leading over and it's training the kids how to be dysfunctional. But then you want to blame everybody outside of you, but no, you're causing the dysfunction in your own home.
But by you not standing your ground and going in different places and relationships and correcting those things,
right?
You're co-signing that dysfunction. Let's just be real about it.
That's it.
If I got a toxic relationship with my son's mom, and I don't correct it,
how is
I'm
my
teaching
kid,
my son how to have a dysfunctional relationship when he goes forward.
Yeah.
Same thing with my homeboy or my mom, bro.
How is my kid comfortable in flipping off in front of me in the first place? That's the problem.
Yeah.
You done seen it because you teach while you don't realize you're teaching
Because
through your actions.
It's too close.
It's too close to
parents, some parents let their children parent them.
Yeah.
Let's be for real about it. Some parents let their children parent them. They give in, like, no. Pop, give me the phone.
Yeah.
Like, stop playing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, because some parents, not all parents, some parents, when you have children, stuff don't go right in that relationship with that other parent, right? So what that parent tries to do is they try to make that area suitable.
Right.
And be more of you. I can't be buddy with you, son. I can't. You not my homie.
Exactly.
Well, it's certain things we not finna share. I'ma always let you know I'm your father. I love you. You my youngin', you my son. As you get older, of course, the only way that other relationship can grow accordingly is if at certain stages in his life I handle certain things how I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
When you're like when my son was like a toddler, like 1 to like 3 or 4, bro, I wasn't letting him do everything.
Exactly.
Give me that. Put that down. You want to cry? You finna cry there for 4 hours, cause you ain't finna. I'm not finna give in to you.
Right.
Because you're not finna be spoiled.
Right.
Now,
Exactly.
Because, bro, when you do that, when you go in public with your children and you spoil them, bro, you can't never go nowhere or do nothing because your kid ruined it.
And they act a donkey every
They
time
act
they
a
go out.
donkey. Everybody looking at you like, no, Pop, shut up.
Right.
Shut your mouth, son. Like, for real. Like,
Hey, son, I'm only 4 hours away. I'll pull up.
shut your mouth. Like, no, you're not finna know.
Right.
You be quiet.
Right.
Now, sometimes you gotta, you're a kid. A baby gonna be a baby. But if you don't nip it in the bud, them children start to understand that I can get what I want from my daddy. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Daddy's in control. Daddy respect you. I love you. But you're not finna parent me.
Right.
So when parents start being too buddy with their kids, the kids start to feel like they have entitlement, bro. You don't. You a human. You have value too.
Right.
But right now you're valued as a child.
Stay in a child's place. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. It's
Setting the standard.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
You gotta set standards, man. Boundaries and standards.
Yeah. You know, that old saying goes, man. I always say it. I've been saying this for years, man. You can't expect what you don't inspect. I can't tell you to do something and I don't show you how to do it. I can't tell you. You made the bed wrong. Look at all them wrinkles. But you ain't never showed them how to make the bed.
I told you. I told my mama. I told you. She got upset. I was working at McDonald's. She walked in the room one day. I went to the mall. I can't even cap. Had me a good little day. You know what I'm saying? I went to the mall. Had a couple Nike boxes and a couple fitted hats, do my thing. And I guess that she thought because she wasn't checking in, I'm being real, she wasn't checking in with me. That's not my job to say, hey, Mom, you gonna check in with me? That's not my job.
No.
Right? So she wasn't checking in. So she went by that. She just saw that I spent some money. You know? So now me being a parent, I know she was concerned. But she came my mama hood, and she from East Tampa, you know what I'm saying? So my mama was like, you want your buy all these joys and you didn't be saving your money. You ain't trying to move hot. It just, you know what I'm saying?
Like an ankle biter, just keep barking.
Yeah, be barking. But she biting the hole through my cotton socks, right? So I said, you trying to budget. And I've been hearing that. I got tired of hearing that. I said, Mom, show me your budget. I said, show me your budget. She said, she said, who you think you talking to? Guess what, though? I never saw that budget. That's what I'm saying. I never saw that budget. So what I'm saying is, back to what you just said, bro. Like, if you don't crack open the garage, look in there and see all that stuff, all that dysfunction, and you talking about you want to have something nice in there, you have to address that stuff. Stop teaching the dysfunction.
Yeah.
Address your mess. Address. Everybody got next steps. If you got next steps, please address your mess so you can really move forward and have something you never had before.
Facts.
And stop teaching dysfunction, bro.
It made me go back and think about when Mama, when I first started making the bed, it was like, you ain't do that right. Let me show you.
Right.
Yeah, let me show
right.
you.
Let me show you.
Like from budgeting to making the bed, like Mama always taught me how to do what I need to do to handle the inside of the home, and Daddy taught me what I need to do to handle the outside of the home, and both at the same time. That's how it should be.
Well, that's how. Man, once again, what are you being trained for every day that you wake up? Are you just going to the job just to get a paycheck? What can you learn while you're there in the midst of the job that you don't like? Maybe you can learn something that can enhance your skill set for the next place that you want to go to.
I told you today.
Telling you.
I was in there. They asked me, say, I gave my answer. You know what I'm saying? I keep it corporate. I keep it moving, right? So, but I said that my Miss Linda, my supervisor, bro, she like top flight, bro. Like, I've never seen a person multitask with 10 different things and don't fumble. And on top of her, and don't fumble. She is the Obama of the OR. Like, she don't fumble, bro. So just being around she is a high performance person. She's high performance. She deserves every dime she gets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, because I gotta take the flight assessment.
Oh yeah?
Because I had started. I haven't finished reading UOU.
Yeah.
I'm like on chapter 5, and so I actually picked it back up last night, and started reading it a little bit, and I'm like, So I had stuck the highlighter in between, I guess, where I had left off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shoot. Well, he got the website in here because it's another link for people that have bought the book.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, bet, let me go do that. Because I had kept been talking about it. I was gonna do it with the one workshop that he did, but I just never did.
That's the one that you were looking for with the card?
Huh?
Was that- okay.
No, I still ain't found that one.
Okay.
So, but no, I got the I'm just curious to see what my survey gonna look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, it's what are we doing, man? We gotta assess everything. We gotta make sure that what are we doing on a day-to-day basis. I promise you, I'm turning the needle over every day I wake up. I'm trying to move the needle forward, but in order for me to move the needle forward, I got to move some things out of the way.
That's it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
it.
Got to move. I got the. Let me get through the debris. You know what I'm saying? Like what is this day? What is this day supposed to look like? Where's it leading me to? Where's it going? You know what I'm saying? And hear me out. And not being engulfed in all of that.
Yeah.
That's
the key.
That's the key. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
key.
hard part because we have so much stuff that done happened to us to where it's like you get entrapped in.
Yeah. So like you feel like caving in. Mm-hmm.
You get caved in into your past.
Mm-hmm.
You get caved in into your mistakes. You get caved in into other people's preferences for you. Mm-hmm. That's the worst place to be in when you are entrapped in what everybody else expect out of you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a tough place because everybody is dependent on you.
Yep.
People will be dependent on how you can treat them, but they don't treat you the best interest for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know you're a good person. Because I know Mike coming through, or I know Said coming through. But Said ain't coming through this season for you.
You better figure it out.
Not because, because the game is changing.
Yeah.
Because I know it's time to move forward.
Yeah.
So you have to operate. So my training is gonna be different.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The training has to be different.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You got hands-on training and you got hands-off training. Different seasons require different tactics. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's once again, don't get engulfed in that stuff, man. You want to be aware. That's the key. Just be aware of where you are, where you're going, the decisions that you're making or not making. Where are they leading you to? Where are they not leading you to? And not being engulfed into it to the point to where you get overwhelmed. Like, man, I got to get. And I think that's where we're in a place in society where everything is all about, I got to get it, got to grind, next level, blah, 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 blah. And we're missing life.
Yeah.
And like I've said before, plenty of times, you addressing whatever it is, that may be something that you have to address your mess. I got to address my mess. Like, when there's stuff that you done see, that you done sown, you have to be the first one to walk in that garden and start putting up weeds. But here's the thing, and this is beautiful, bro. You don't have to tend the garden alone. You don't have to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you know you paired with the right people. This is how you know you got This is how you know you're around the right company.
Yeah.
When you can open up your mess to somebody and they invite themselves in your situation. They try to help grow the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They try to help give you the best advice possible. If you and your wife going through it, the person who you let in, if they try to keep y'all together, they might say, oh, he was wrong right there, but you were wrong right here, and y'all need to work it out. That's the right people to not, he tripping, I ain't finna put up with that. Man, she tripping, big dog, man. Not that.
Gaslighting.
No, man, no, I don't know about that, bro. You need to go, bro, because I'm trying to stay here.
Yep.
And it's proper boundaries. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know when you're in the right company, because those people are willing to get in the dirt with you.
Yeah.
they willing to get in the ground with you. They're willing to walk with you through whatever that you're going through.
And those are your best trainers, dog.
Exactly.
I love a trainer that's willing to get in the mud with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate, bro, especially like coming from the insurance industry. One of the things, especially like agents we hate is you're telling me how good you did 10 years ago. No, it's a whole new environment out there now. Some of that stuff you did 10 years ago, you can't do right now.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But then to see somebody that's currently, okay, but this is what I did. This is how I did it. Let me show you. Matter of fact, here, just sit right here. I'm finna do this. Just sit in, listen in, watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I love those. To me, those are the best. To me, that's equal to when God says the greatest one in the kingdom is the one who served. I put them on equal plane. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The trainer that getting it, so you can look at your Fab Five as trainers, man. What are they training you? You know, sometimes they're training you how to get out of your own situation. If you pay attention long enough,
they training you how to get out of your own situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, those are the people who, because guess what? They want to move forward too. That's the whole thing. Like, they want to move. If you have a person who is literally trying to serve you, keep that person around. Literally.
Yeah.
Am I making sense? Like, if they're trying to serve your mind, they're trying to serve your heart. They never bring you no ill will. They always bring you something positive. They're not always taking. They're always trying to build you up. Keep that person around. Don't knock that person down.
Yeah.
What type of training are you on?
Yeah.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Hey, it's been another lovely one, man. I hope you got something out of this, man. It's a blessing to wake up every day. You know, we can't take life for granted. I think sometimes we do that from time to time. You know, with the hustle and bustle of life, and forget to slow down and smell the roses sometime. But you don't want to get engulfed and overwhelmed with stuff. But at the end of the day, man, we're being trained for something every day that we wake up.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what are you being trained for? You know, are you allowing yourself to be trained? Are you training somebody else? So and at the end of the day, we're in all of those dimensions.
Yeah.
Sometimes at the same time, sometimes in different moments. But at the end of the day, engulf the moment. Whether you're doing the training or you're being trained, engulf and embrace the moment. So that's what we got for y'all tonight, man. Hope y'all got something out of that, because we all are in training day, man. We all being trained for something, a purpose that's greater than what we can ever imagine. And so embrace the challenges, man. Embrace the hardships. Embrace the uncertainties. Embrace the fears. Embrace the great times. Embrace the good times. Because at the end of the day, it's making you who you're supposed to be. So that's what we're going to end off with on tonight, man. We thank y'all for tuning in. Like we always say, shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. We'll see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Peace.